adventure. Here's romance. Here's O. Henry's famous Robin Hood of the Old West, the Cisco Kid.
Mr. Farcraig. Not now, Terry. It's important. I've got to talk. See me later. Hi, Sheriff.
Oh.
Do you mind if I talk to my client a minute?
Oh, not at all. Give me your gun, Mr. Parker.
Good.
Let me know when you're ready to leave.
Yeah.
$75,000 waiting to be cut up among us. There'll be no split if I go to trial.
I think we ought to break you out of here. Divide the money and leave the country.
Oh, no. Then I'd be wanted the rest of my life.
Come on, Sheriff. We're ready.
I've got a better idea.
What is it?
When the Cisco Kid comes to town to identify me, get him.
I can't do that. Right here under the sheriff's nose.
It's either that or...
Sorry, Mr. Parker. You'll have to end your talk now. I got to leave the office.
Very well. What does my lawyer think of my new plan of defense?
I'll do as you say.
Now you're being smart. Not much use in my having a lawyer, is there, Sheriff? Not when I have to tell him how to prove my innocence.
Parker said the tall thin one is the Cisco Kid. I'll flip you to see if I get him.
Flip it.
Heads. You'll take Pancho and like it, Joe.
Suits me, Lou. That lawyer knows what he's talking about. I got the best of the deal.
How's that?
Pancho's fatter. Better target. I can't miss. Come on, Pancho.
They've stopped. Let's get closer.
What's wrong, Pancho? Why are you riding so slow?
Oh, Cisco, my saddle is no good. I better fix him.
Pancho, you are up to a trick.
Cisco, how you can look on top of my face and say such things to me?
Pancho, you are deliberately delaying my trip to Dorado.
Cisco, why we are always in such a hurry?
For the 300th time, I tell you. The sheriff sent for me to identify that man that killed the banker and the holdup. Now, I saw him very plainly, and I can identify him.
Cisco, take advice from a big fool like me, and don't stick your nose in other people's business. Someday you're going to walk right into the ambushes.
Just as I thought. There's nothing wrong with your cinch. Tighten it. Hurry.
Hey, Cisco, why don't you let me ride ahead of you and clear the way for you?
Pancho, fix the cinch and let's get going. Pancho, you're like a big baby.
Look out!
You wait here, Pancho. They got away clear. You and your tricks to save my life. Pancho. Pancho Miguel Gonzalez de Conejo is a fool. I'm going to break his own neck sometime.
Well, didn't work out as we expected.
But you stopped them, didn't you?
Yeah, but they got away.
You bungling idiots.
We did the best we could.
Shut up. Save your explanations for Tracy.
Did the boys get Cisco?
I'm sorry, Tracy. They tried, but he got away.
You dimwit. Mr. Parker,
I told you I'm busy, Terry.
It's about Tom Tracy.
What about Tom?
What's it worth to you in town for him to get out of jail?
What are you driving?
Is it worth $5,000 for him to walk out scot-free?
You must have something quite definite in mind.
I have. Is it worth $5,000?
Step into my office. How does it feel to be a free man?
Fine. There never was any doubt about my innocence, was there?
No, of course not.
You know, you're not such a bad lawyer after all, thinking up this one. The sheriff wasn't as happy about this as we are, the old fool. Sheriff, I was just telling my lawyer how nice you were to me. No hard feelings. I guess you had to do your duty.
That's right. Well, you ought to be happy about it. This trial is going to be an easy one for you with Terry Ryan's signed confession. He's your man, all right.
Is he?
You sound rather silly going into court and asking that question.
Yeah, I reckon I would. Well, thanks again for your kind treatment.
Well, you'll know where I'll be if you want me for anything. Come on, Tracy.
You bet I'll know where to find you, both of you.
But, Terry, this is ridiculous. How can you tell such a lie?
Please, Pat, go away and leave me alone. I know what I'm doing.
But I don't understand. You've confessed to committing a murder. They might hang you.
I'll take my chances.
You'll find your horse at the stable.
Thanks. See me at the shack.
Yes. Wait a minute. Now, listen.
Stop your worrying, Parker. You make me gloomy. I should be rejoicing at my good luck.
I didn't like the way that sheriff talked. Maybe our plan won't work.
Why not? You sent the $1,000 to the specialist Terry told you about, didn't you?
Yes, otherwise you wouldn't have signed a confession.
Then it'll work. Better. Remember, it was your idea. Meet me at the shack.
Ain't it great to be down from the horse with your flat feet on the ground? Hey, Pancho, that is the man I came here to identify. The one the sheriff picked up on suspicion. Did he break out from the jail? We'll find out. You're the man that shot the banker.
What are you talking about? The sheriff has the guilty man locked in jail.
Then if you're not guilty, you'll have no objections in going with me to the sheriff.
You mind your own business, mister.
Just a minute, Cisco.
Hello, Sheriff.
I'm afraid I brought you here on a wild goose chase.
Go on, Sheriff. Tell this loco stranger he's asking for trouble stopping me this way.
Go ahead, Tracy.
You mean you you really turned this outlaw loose?
I had to let him go. Come on over to my office and I'll tell you about it. This is Miss Pat Lacey. She says she's going to marry the prisoner no matter what happens. The Cisco Kid and Pancho.
How do you do?
So you're the one who's to identify the killer.
That's right, miss.
Well, there's Terry Ryan. Does he look like the killer? Well, Mr. Cisco Kid?
No, it was a man, not this boy.
You see, what did I tell you? Now you can turn him loose.
I'm sorry, I can't turn him loose, Pat.
You mean you're going to keep an innocent man in jail?
According to law, I've got to hold him. He signed a confession.
Terry, you are making a very bad mistake.
Why don't you mind your own business?
Ah, but it is my business. I know you didn't shoot the banker.
I said I did.
Terry, why did you tell this lie about yourself?
Go away and leave me alone.
He's a very strange hombre, this fellow, you know. Most men like to save their neck, but this one... Pancho, be quiet. I think, why all the time be quiet? Don't talk, shut up, don't talk. Why? Pancho, you want me to tell you? Well, after giving it a second think... No. Don't worry, miss. We'll find out what this is all about.
I'll be at my place taking care of his mother, if you want me. Goodbye, Terry.
Goodbye, Pat.
Someone's coming. It's only Parker.
Well, gentlemen. Howdy, Counselor. What brings you out here? No, don't answer that. You come about your fee.
You're a very thoughtful client. Well, when do we split the kitty?
After I've taken care of Terry, properly.
What do you mean?
And I'm not sending the rest of that $5,000 to the doctor. And I'm not breaking the kid out of jail.
But that's what I promised him. I thought
Let's stop it. As long as that kid's alive, I stand a chance of being hung. He might turn yellow and blab. Once he's dead, that confession he signed stands, right? Well, what are you going to do? I'm going to stay here, hold up for a while, till it's all over.
And what's all over?
The hanging of Terry Ryan.
That might take weeks.
Not my way. Hey, Lou. Lou, you and Joe go into town. Stir things up. You know, like a good old-fashioned lynch and bee. And remember, that banker was liked by everyone.
I got you, Tom.
You know, maybe I should have been a lawyer. Go ahead, have some coffee. Don't let a little thing like this upset you.
The banker was a pretty good friend to most of you. Something's got to be done about his cold-blooded killing. By the time the circuit judge arrives, he might escape. Why, he might drum up some legal trick to get out of this. That's the way it happened, men, and something should be done about it.
What's going on out here?
Trouble. Let's take him out of jail and get it over with. Get inside, kid. Open up, Sheriff. Sheriff, Terry's not safe here. We're going to take him with us. Pancho, get our horses. Get one for Terry also. Well, hey.
You're going with Cisco. I'll keep him busy a few minutes.
Hang it up out there. We want your prisoner. Sheriff, we aim to get Carrillo around.
Give me that gun.
Get your horses, man. What happened to him? Never mind him. Terry broke jail with the help of the Cisco Kid. Better ride with us.
Right.
No time to explain now. You better ride on back home.
I'm going wherever Terry goes.
How's Mom?
Don't worry, she's all right.
This may be your last chance to tell the truth, Terry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The money you got for your mother's operation. You got it from Tracy, didn't you?
Think it over, Terry. Even if the operation was a success, when she hears of your trouble, it'll kill her.
They'll get me out of it, they promised me.
That's a promise. It was his lawyer, eh? Well, see how he's doing it.
Yeah, I see it. I certainly wasn't fool, but I needed the cash for Mom's operation.
Well, now that we know the truth, we'll win this fight, won't we, Cisco?
Glad you're here, Sheriff. That's an ordinary bunch to hold out against.
Tracy paid him to sign that confession, Sheriff.
That's right. Let me talk to them and tell them the truth. Maybe they'll stop firing.
They wouldn't let you finish one sentence.
Maybe they got enough. Hey, you men! You've been sold the wrong bill of goods. Terry ain't the guilty man. Now cut out this foolishness or you'll find yourself dead or in jail.
Okay, Sheriff, we're coming over.
I think you have everything under control, Sheriff. I'll see you later.
Parker. You're going to town with me.
Oh, wait a minute, Cisco.
Hello, Cisco. Move over there. Get his gun, Parker.
I was wondering what happened to you, Tom.
I was going to take you with me, Parker, but I couldn't find room for your things in my bag.
Mr. Tracy. Now I will identify you for 2 killings. Well, Sheriff, now that everything's under control, Pancho and I will be on our way.
You know, Cisco, I'm very happy about this town.
Pancho, I'm very happy you're happy at last.
Yeah, my heart is filled with happiness because all those guilty men are in the calabouças. And the senorita gonna marry Terry, and they will live happy ever afterwards.
Pancho, you surprised me. I didn't know you had any romance left in your soul.
I don't got no romances, only if she married him, that will be one less than you did to fall in love with you.
Goodbye, Sheriff.
Goodbye, Cisco.
Adios, goodbye, Sheriff. Oh, Sheriff, one thing more. Tell those bandidos to keep in touch with you. Huh?
Tell the banditos.
Hey, you hear that, Tracy? He just tell you banditos keep in touch with me.
Hey, Pancho, your saddle cinch is loose.
You can't fool Pancho with his own tricks.
It's not a trick. Be careful.
Pancho, Miguel, Fernando, Gonzalez y Conejos, one big fool.
Goodbye, amigos.
See you soon!